I, for one, would have loved to see Andrew just slowly fading, a la Roger Goodell in the 2020 NFL draft, just like fucking deflating piece by piece as the podcast goes on.
Like, oh, that drink in his hand is full again.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna sit in this chair. I'm more comfortable in my chair.
Exactly.
Ooh, yes. Ooh, this chair is nice.
And with the first news of the week story of the 137th episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, the video game section selects, and then by the meme corner, white boys summer happened. I don't really.
I mean, that does seem to be the attitude towards white boy summer so far.
Yeah, no, the reception is mixed.
I mean, I don't.
Are you Steam with that one developer? Mostly
Very
positive,
or something like that.
We will get into it, but there's a structure to this. You are correct, though. This is the 137th episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, coming to you on March 29th, 2021, a Monday. On the podcast today, we have a man who has too much life in him to get tired, Andrew Clark.
No, it's not the amount of life that's in me. It's the amount of pizza in me.
Oh,
it keeps me from getting tired.
Pizza is life, though.
Yeah.
So
it's similar. Scientifically, if you get down to the atomic level, they're actually not the same. It's a common misconception, though. I can see where your education would have strayed.
Ah, yes. The American public school system has failed you in assuming that pizza is just a vitality bar in a beat-em-up video game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more akin to mana.
Sure.
Yeah, the health bar is something much more obscure. It's fried chicken, actually.
I don't think I've seen one out in the wild, but I bet money that there is an Eat, Sleep, Pizza, Repeat t-shirt out there somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
No fucking way there isn't.
Wait, but is eat separate from pizza?
Yes.
You eat other food, and then you just inject pizza intravenously.
Yeah, no. What you do with the pizza would not be described as eating it.
Oh no, much more intimate.
Okay, that is definitely fair. You know, hey, I'm down on the times. Like on Saturday, a virtual yoga instructor gave me a Sanskrit chant that was something like "fill our bodies with vitality" and stuff. So I've just been coasting off that for a few days here, and clearly missing out on the whole pizza, fried chicken economy that's going on.
Also on the podcast today, we have a man who is vital to this podcast because he is filled with so much vitality. Ryan Holtz.
Sanskrit. I've never heard Sanskrit spoken.
Right?
It's a dead language.
Oh.
I mean,
I've never heard it conversationally, the way that we are talking right now. It's always a weird musical sing-song chant. Is that like racist of people that are quoting in Sanskrit, that they always do like the chant shit and they don't just speak in the language? For all maybe the language was all just a series of musical chants, and maybe I'm the racist one, but I don't think so. I don't think that people were going around in 400 BC or whatever speaking musically to each other. Hello, how was your morning? Just like
I mean, there are tonal languages that seems kind of similar, but no, I understand where you're coming from. I've come to realize that maybe it's more problematic in any of those like archaeologist movies looking at you, Indiana Jones, when somebody says something to the effect of, "No, it's written in Sanskrit. I can't read that, but if I translate it into Aramaic, then I think I can get close enough to." And languages don't work like that.
I do remember that being a thing in one of the Indiana Jones movies, where it's just like, if I can. I can't speak Inca, but if I can translate it to Mayan, it just those language they're not related. It'd be one thing if you're like, I can take this Greek or this ancient Greek and translate it back into some other fucking language from that time period, because a lot of them lead into Greek or lead into Spanish or lead into Hebrew or something. That's one thing. But it'd be like, oh man, I can't understand this Mandarin. Well, if I translate it into Hindu, then I can eventually get it to Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
I'm Indiana Jones.
Which is, as we all know, the best language, and the one that musical chants will fill you with something, whether it's vitality or
pizza.
Yeah, well, as we all know, that's correlated very heavily,
Let us know.
Not causally related.
I can't speak vitality, but if I translate it back into pizza, I might be able to get somewhere.
And then last but not least on the Voluntary Viewing podcast is me, a man who did a cheat day yesterday, so I am off the fucking wall right now. Lucas the writer.
Wait.
You sound like...
what does that mean?
Yeah, it sounds like you're a drug addict.
Is your cheat day like cocaine?
Yeah, that's what the insinuation is, I feel like.
Oh my god, I'm so bad. Such a bad me.
Isn't that a John Mulaney bit? We got to play the crack for the table. You'd have some crack, right? I know you'll have some... Oh, wait, that joke is pretty dark now. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
This is like Louis C.K. When you go back and all his jerking off jokes don't land the same. Holy shit.
The difference there being that it seemed like John Mulaney's issues maybe only self-destructive, hopefully, by the sound of it. Nobody's come out to say
there's no such thing.
Wow.
He's a father.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's no such thing as being solely self-destructive in this world, unless you're truly alone. Unless you truly have literally no one in your life that knows you exist. Then
all I'm saying.
Can you imagine? That'd be awesome.
No responsibilities.
That's another great episode of Jimmy Neutron.
I think that rings a bell very deep. A bell from deep within that has not been rung for many a fortnight.
And of course, this is the Voluntary Viewing podcast, where if you get us to our new tier, we will all get the pneuma procedure.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you really make that a tier?
No, not yet.
Oh, damn. What would the tier would be like at least $65,000, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, maybe we can lower it down. One of us can draw straws, and then that person ends up with the pneuma. And so, that tier is only like, what did we say it was? Like $19,000?
Well, we had talked about it off mic, but like we're each fine just gaining an inch, so I figured they can split it between the three of us for the cost of one procedure.
I really don't think that's how it works.
I did also forget that, that was all
completely off podcast.
Yeah.
Some gold. But
if you want a big dick, get pneuma.
Yeah.
Or a
Google
bigger
it. Won't
one.
make it grotesque and just fucking massive.
Watch the animation of a pretty large penis turning into something out of a cartoon.
A gargantuan penis. A biblical penis. A Lovecraftian penis, if you will.
I cannot describe it. It's
it's too scary.
It's too much. My brain didn't fully comprehend, because if it would have, I would have been driven to insanity. The cliffs, I tell you, the cliffs, they beckon.
If you want your testicles to be fully obscured by your penis,
that's actually accurate. You're right. In the final product, in that virtual demonstration. Yeah.
It gives you enough length and girth to do that, If someone's looking at you from just a somewhat frontal angle, they won't see your balls.
And because it wraps around, it does, kind of form like a shield.
Oh my god.
It's like a jockstrap cup, but with a very sensitive part of your body that also shouldn't be hit by something. Goddamn.
One of the Mission Impossible movies, I think it was, where the guy just has a titanium plate in his chest somehow. That, but Pneuma.
It's probably heavy as a motherfucker.
Right? He seemed fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
You would have the big swinging dick when you walk in the room. Just, it's a weapon. You use it as a truncheon.
Jesus. You're a big guy. For you.
For you.
All right, and then that will take us into News of the Week.
I'm sorry. I just thought of the implications of the joke I just made. It's Littlefinger saying to a man, if I pull out that penile implant, will you die?
It will be quite painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
What the fuck is happening? We push this back a day and everything is immediately off the rails. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I say we just dissolve the structure of the podcast and we just roll with it.
Going freeform?
I connected the tiniest little dot, not realizing the full implications of my joke, and I had to just make sure that it didn't pass me by like a fucking fleeting memory of a dead spouse or whatever in a weird army movie. I don't fucking know.
This wasn't explaining.
I had to grasp it. Holy shit, what did I just do?
This wasn't explaining the joke to the audience. This was explaining it to yourself.
Yeah. I hadn't fully realized the implications of what I had done here. Of the fucking merciless onslaught I had unleashed upon people's fucking ears. God damn it.
Ryan was he was constructing the like conspiracy wall and like putting it all together as he was running his finger along the strings. And if he says, if I remove this, insert part of the joke from you, he's talking about a penile implant. Oh my god, do you guys know what this means?
Holy shit. Littlefinger.
He would say, you're a big guy. Oh my god.
And it's Lord Baelish from Game of Thrones who said it. But he's got more hair. It looks like he's wearing a hairpiece. He also, that was Bane's plan. What if he just shot him? Like the minute that he took the mask off. What if he shot him in the face point blank with a pistol? Bane couldn't have predicted that. The CIA's done some weird shit. Bane kind of like just winged it and it worked out.
I shall get myself captured, after which you shall pull a very daring escape mission. But what if they just execute you like the CIA is wanting to do? No, they won't, I promise.
No, because why would they shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane? Well, what if they don't throw you out? What if they just shoot you? Or what if they just throw you out and don't shoot you at all? I hadn't considered.
God damn.
The full implications of my plan. Shit, Talia. You're right. I've
also,
lost a
Bane, let's answer your question with another question. Why wouldn't they shoot a guy before throwing him out of a plane? What's stopping them from doing that? Nothing.
Bullets are expensive, my dear.
No, they're not.
It's the CIA. It's not like they have an endless budget because of conservatives in Congress that just refuse any budget cut.
Listen, I was
working it out as he goes.
Yeah.
He's like,
Fuck.
Oh, you know what, guys? Let's maybe put a pin in this one.
Don't we already have Dr. Pavel in this scenario?
Dr. Pavel, what do you know of Pneuma?
Why are we getting captured? We're holding him already. When the CIA picks us up, I'm confused.
This movie is flawed.
Listen, boss man Bane, I was on board for the part of the plan where we rob the stock market, I guess, so that we make it seem like Bruce Wayne is an unfit boss for the company, so then we somehow get a nuclear bomb? I don't know. I kind of glanced over that part of the plan, but what are you talking about right now, man?
Yeah.
Oof.
Or the part where you become Che Guevara for like a minute, and then you kind of just drop all that, and it becomes a total like totalitarian state, and everyone hates you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm pretty sure for a minute there, you were like, "Oh, I've got to be yours."
To you, the people.
As you blow up, like probably their beloved stadium, and kill a lot of their like favorite athletes.
Maybe the other team was their rivals. It's a wash.
It's the Ravenstall, the kicker, who was the mayor of Pittsburgh at one point. Like,
boss,
they didn't like that guy.
Boss, you got a lot of people on board with like the no cops elevator pitch, but you might want to get a marketing department now. This is
for a minute there you said the police will be fine after they learn to serve true justice, and everyone was like, oh wait, shit, are you gonna hold them accountable? Whoa, hold on, he just blew up a lot of stuff, but like,
no, not that kind of true justice. They a much different kind. We shall just shoot them.
I mean, like, what's your image even? Because you said, like, what a beautiful voice about that boy who was singing the national anthem, and like, oh, look at this guy, he's such a scamp, but also you're, like, roided out? What's your deal?
I killed the nuclear physicist in front of you to show you I can be trusted.
Yes, I am sending mixed messages, I understand. Look, I'm not a master tactician or anything. That's not part of my character canonically.
I'm one of you, the people.
I am the people.
You
fucking roided out dude with a weird ass accent that has killed like dozens of people right in front of 60,000 spectators.
You installed a dude calling himself the Scarecrow, who I'm pretty sure was doing human experimentation, into a position of power within this new society.
True justice!
True justice can only be decided by corrupt physicians who have experimented on an entire island of people that live here.
What if Dr. Megala was a Supreme Court justice? You'd like that, right?
What if we killed the rich people?
Yeah!
Also killed the poor people.
Oh.
Would that be something? He's just like, he's rolling with it. He's just fucking...
He's just reading the room.
Not the poor people.
I'm sensing some bad vibes.
Babe, your vibes were awful. You were watching this totalitarian monster kill dozens of people.
Babe, is something wrong? You haven't even touched your nuclear bomb.
You haven't even touched your pain medication because it's not steroids. No, I'm natty. I'm all natty. I've never taken a supplement.
These are supplements. It's
just iron. I have a horrible pain in my face.
Okay,
It'd be quite painful.
Okay, I gotta ask. I'm sorry. I try to be tolerant, but like, so you're clearly white, but we're also in a Middle Eastern prison, but are also kind of a luchador?
I'm racially ambiguous.
Okay. That's fine.
I come from Ireland? If my accent is too big.
I'm not white. I'm Irish.
I learned a lot about impromptu explosions, taking down systems of governance. I killed the mayor. Did you know? That was his press box. You guys hated the mayor, right? Everyone's like,
I mean, he was
not really.
Look, I saved Hines Ward. He could be the new mayor.
Hines Ward lived. Ben Roethlisberger died. Isn't this kind of a pretty good thing? Think you're cool with that trade, right?
You guys are Pittsburgh, right? I could have sworn you were in Chicago last time.
Look, Brett Kiesel, he has a cool beard, but I don't know I think he might have been canceled since the release of that movie. Big Ben's rape allegations are a little bit problematic in a modern lens where we care more about that, but I think Hines Ward also has some shit going on, actually, so even he's not perfectly clean. Maybe I should Google that.
True justice.
I should probably Google before I throw him in the same boat as
Everyone's
Ben
left the stadium
Roethlisberger.
at this point. He's talking to like 4 guys that are left, just debating.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, he got arrested for a DUI. I mean, it's not good, but definitely not on the same paragraph as Ben
Have you considered that maybe the true problem here is how dedicated to cancel culture you are?
Oh, Jesus. He's a fucking libertarian.
Oh, God.
What happened to freedom of speech?
No, okay, yeah, Bane canonically is a simp, so yeah, libertarian makes sense.
Yeah, Bane is an incel.
Free speech can only be achieved by peeling a microphone off of the head referee's dead corpse, laying on the ground for some reason.
Oh, God.
Is he dead? Is he unconscious? I just grabbed the microphone.
Referees are kind of like cops. This is fine.
When you really think about it, the referees will survive as they learn to serve true justice. Like, forms a Bane football team that never loses because they get all the calls.
Be honest, Bane. How much of your plan blowing up that stadium was just for the cool shot of the special teams guy returning that kick with the stadium collapsing behind him?
Yeah. It was, I mean, so I didn't think Hines Ward would be that fucking fast. He's a possession receiver. He would never have returned kicks. It doesn't make sense logically. He probably ran a 4.55 in the combine. I didn't think he'd escape. So, I mean, definitely not the shot. I'm trying to kill everybody. I'll be honest.
I don't discriminate.
I thought that I just never would have guessed when I saw the depth chart posted on the Gotham Rogues website. I just assumed Hines Ward would never be able to return that and get past the last line of defense, Luke Ravenstall, the former mayor of Pittsburgh, and that's a real movie fact. Look that up on IMDb. The former mayor of Pittsburgh was a kicker in college and kicked the ball in that scene. Pretty kind of cool, but I never thought he'd get past him. I mean, never would have guessed.
If anything, I thought Ravenstall would survive.
He's noticeably cowardly. Thought he'd just run at the first sign of trouble. When all the people were falling into the ground, that he would run the other way and not keep trying to play football. But damn it, he had some spirit behind him.
Okay, so that about does it for the news segment.
Let's move on to TV.
You know what? No, we're in a white boy summer state of mind right now. Who can tell me what that is?
Oh, man. So, how many of you have heard of Colin Hanks?
Me.
Yes.
What a pleasant guy.
Yeah. Now, how many of you have heard of his father, Tom Hanks?
Oh, man. The most beloved guy in Hollywood?
Yeah.
One of the rare examples of a human being that generally, the more you find out about him, the more you like him.
Awesome. Now, how many of you here have heard of...
Awesome.
Hey, cool!
That's great, guys.
How many of you have heard about maybe his lesser-known son, Chet Hanks?
They fucking knew.
They
named one Colin, and they're like, yeah, he'll be pretty cool. And then they were like, ooh, this one. Ooh, Chet.
Chet is...
I know we decided on Adam before he was born, but I think we might have to go with Chet. Oh, honey, you can't be serious. Look at him.
I'm Chet. Tom fucking Hanks. I know a bad apple when I see him.
Chet is the one that is basically just the main character of Malibu's Most Wanted, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, nope, we got an episode title now.
That sounds about white.
So, he's got a presence on social media as the, like, I'm white and I have tattoos and I act way more hood than I should. And I don't know. You guys ever know, like, small town white guys that try to be rappers?
Yeah. And they go to the gym and they post fucking crazy ass progress pics that you're like, I don't know what those results are.
Yeah, no, natural. Like absolutely, almost certainly on steroids. Swole, short hair, tattoos. Talks like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm white. Anyway, he posted a video recently, just in his car,
of course, talking straight into his camera.
Yep. Hey. And it reads like maybe the funniest joke that any comedian has ever said. And he says, hey guys, I just got to tell you, I got a feeling it's going to be white boy summer. And then he clarifies with, now I'm not talking about like Trump or NASCAR, not that kind of white. I'm talking like me. He leads off with him. He's like, you know what I am? Like that kind of white. He's like, me, John B., Jack Harlow, that kind of white. So let me know if you're vibing with that. Just John B., the character from Netflix's Outer Banks. Just a white beach sailor, poor white sailor boy, I guess. And Jack Harlow, the white rapper. Like those. And Chet Hanks. Those are the holy trinity of white boy summer.
Yeah.
Short, and then it blew up huge with the like, okay, we know that he clarified with, I'm not talking Trump kind of white, but he did call it white boy summer. And then he followed that up with, yo guys, I see this is getting a lot of traction. I'm glad you guys are all vibing with white boy summer. There's some rules though to white boy summer. And then he was just like, no flannel shirts. No Sperry's.
Wasn't it plaid?
Plaid. Yeah. No plaid.
All right.
No Sperry's.
Not those kind of white boys.
Yeah, no, not those kind of white boys. He clarified,
Sperry's white boys? Nah.
Yeah. He's like, he's like, nothing salmon. He's like, if you basically saying like, if you're like a preppy white boy.
If you're I had to do it to him mean.
Yeah, no, like that's the kind of white boy that's not allowed into white boy summer. And then it also says no more calling women smoke shows, and not because it's an outdated term,
it's misogynistic,
and because it's just overused. He's like, come up with something else.
Come up with another way to categorize women based on like solely their appearance.
None of those things in and of themselves were bad pieces of advice for white boys.
All of his suggestions, though, for things that you should do instead were all, like, more appropriation of black culture, which is what Chet Hanks is all about.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
All of them were like, all right, ditch the plaid shirts. Let's just get some, like, plain black, plain white tees, like, just fucking, literally, yeah, just.
And, he also said something like, like, no Sperry's. Maybe if you can get, like, a pair of Jordans, something like that you can vibe with. Just, dude.
Yeah, some Air Force Ones.
Yeah, separately, but, like, I know that he does, like, a Jamaican accent in his videos all the time, as a, like, oh, look at me, I'm doing a Jamaican accent. That's the content. So, like, yeah, no, not a great dude. It's kind of hard to gauge where he stands. But definitely not like a great guy. Maybe not like the worst of the white men, but
I mean,
not on the better side.
Well, the problem is the scale that we're talking about. When you're saying the worst of white men, you get to include people like Hitler.
Yep.
Yeah. Is Chet Hanks a segregationist? No.
He's kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
And how the spectrum ends up kind of coming closer to each other.
You know, Chet Hanks is a black supremacist.
In such a way that he wants the elimination of their culture via sublimation.
Yeah, no, he wants to get rid of white culture so that black culture is white culture.
Yeah, so black culture doesn't get to exist anymore, basically.
I assume Chet Hanks lives in Hollywood. How is he the most famous townie while living in a major city? That's the vibe I'm picking up from Chet. Big townie vibes.
Oh, God, yeah. You guys use that fucking word, and I don't get it.
What?
You've never, ever used that fucking term.
So, here's the thing. I never heard that term until we graduated from college, and Lucas started referring to all of our things from back home as townie. And then I started hearing it out in the wild.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't know. It must be a regional thing. No, it's... Well, I'm from Reedsburg, and I've never heard anyone use townie. No, not Reedsburg. It's a Fox Cities expression. I don't fucking know. But, yeah, no, I knew multiple people, and I could name names that are exactly like Chet Hanks that live in my hometown. Mm-hmm. That, have a deep affinity for black culture, and are just... all they do is work out, and... then post progress pics, and you're just like, you put on that much muscle in 8 months? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, using Occam's razor, is it more likely that you're a genetic freak that was 140 pounds soaking wet your entire life and then instantly put on 50 pounds of muscle? Or you had a little help. I don't know.
Wow, the difference between these before and after pictures are drastic. How long before are we talking? Because if this was like 4 years, I'd say, wow, that's dedication.
Yeah.
But this was less than a year ago.
Yeah. You played some sports in high school. We were in the same weight room. I saw you putting in work. It was admirable. You didn't put on much in terms of muscle mass back then, so I don't know what clicked for you. But
nah, man, now that I'm older, my metabolism's down. It's totally fine.
Yeah, metabolism going down. That's what makes you put on muscle faster. It's totally not the exact opposite of that. It's totally not that you can put on muscle a lot faster when your metabolism is going crazy. Yeah. Those guys are about to be 30.
Fuck.
We're not that far off.
Well,
I'm still on the right side of 25.
Hold on,
I'm on the right side of history.
I'm clinging to it for all I got.
I'm moving to Los Angeles specifically so I can be in my 20s forever.
I hear the sand has restorative properties.
Yeah.
The smog, it just preserves you. It's like embalming fluid that you breathe.
Embalming fluid that you breathe. That is, let's bottle it and sell it.
And then also in the meme corner, should mention, they got the Ever Given unstuck.
They did.
Yeah. They got our boy. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. Wait,
also,
no, not like that.
What?
I feel like there was plenty of memes of people that were like, wait, no, we didn't. I don't know. We didn't want it to get unstuck like that.
Yeah.
Put it back. I don't know.
Yeah, no, all those ships that just had to say fuck it and go around the Horn of Africa. We'll be all right if we make it around the Horn.
Literally.
We'll be all right. I mean, it's just like...
I had an article recommended to me on the Twitter trending page that was for like it's unstuck, everything like that. it was from 3 days ago that said it could take a couple weeks to unstick. And I was like, ooh, that's gotta be a problem that it got unstuck way ahead of schedule. People made some projections, and those are now incorrect.
No, they just, to the front end of it, and on one bank, they hooked a chain and a Ford truck, and then on the other end, a chain and a Chevy truck, and they finally had the battle for supremacy.
And the fucking ship got more stuck somehow. Just like dug in, like, I don't want to be a part of this. Just fucking grrr, as it goes farther diagonal.
I remember seeing, like, early on, just like someone from America is going to like instantly say we should blow it up, and then like a couple days later they're like, with each passing day, the person that said let's just blow it up is having more and more people listen to him.
Isn't the Suez Canal really shallow, though?
Yeah. No, that's the thing. It wouldn't sink.
It would disappear. Yeah. It would just go down a few feet.
No, exactly. Like, the Navy would say, all right, let's send a cruise missile into this bitch. And then it would go down, like, 6 feet.
Yeah.
And then just permanently block it. They'd have to make a new canal.
The U.S. military. No UN approval, no discussion, just fucking... Yeah, fuck it. Leroy Jenkins.
I know, that one front end loader is just pushing on it. And you're like, wait, it's giving. Yeah. I can feel it, guys. It's getting unstuck. We got it. Just sink its ass.
This was enough of a problem. You have to imagine it went through somebody's mind. What if we just dug a channel, like, around it? Is that a thing we can do?
Or just... like, go to where its front end is stuck and just dig it all the way out so it can just move itself out through the canal and then park outside of where the canal is, and they can fix it later.
We'll deal with it later. We'll do most of the effort that would be creating a channel around it, but just fuck over this one ship in particular. When it'll never come out. It just lives there now.
What do you think it must have been like to be the crew of the boat immediately behind the Ever Given?
Oh my god. Just laying on its horn. I got places to be, god damn it.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I can't turn around. I got too much shit behind me. I'm stuck here.
Yeah, I ran into that exact situation. I went to Malibu yesterday, and fucking there's a very popular beach called Zuma Beach, and then another beach next to it that's less popular that's called Point Dume Beach, and that has a big old fucking parking lot. You gotta pay money for it, but I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm willing to dish out a few bucks. Oh, yeah. So that's where we were heading, and we hit traffic, and kind of noticed that a lot of people were turning around on the long line that we were in. And
oh,
like,
no.
They're these suckers. They're not willing to wait it out. The line's moving. Then we got to the end of the line. And it was a street that was turning left into the parking lot. There was another street going straight. So basically, we wouldn't have been able to cut in the line anyway. We would have had to turn right, go all the way to the end of the line, and then follow it because no one would let you cut in front of them. There was a person in front of a closed gate that was just sitting there in their car. I'm assuming parking attendants came out and said, the lot's full. We're going to close this gate. Maybe if more cars leave, we'll open it back up again. For now, you're sitting here with a line of like 70 cars behind you. And a gate that's closed in front. I don't know what you're up to, man. I don't know what your plan is. Like, and then, so as me and Angel turned right to just be like, oh, well, now we know what the situation is. The gate's closed. We drove by a just fucking line of, like 70 to 100 cars that didn't know. At the front stood a hopeless man at the steering wheel with a wife and kids in the car.
Oh!
Just sitting in front of a locked gate. And there was no attendance or anything, so it looked really weird that it was just a big line of cars everyone
having a meltdown.
Yeah.
You're just like shouting, everyone shut up! Shut the fuck up! I need to think!
Yeah.
I need to think!
And then we didn't know what to do, so we just pulled onto the PCH and just saw a parking spot like maybe a little bit down the road, and we're like, I guess we'll do this. And I'm like, I'm in flip-flops. This is going to be, like a 15-minute walk to the beach in flip-flops. Not ideal. Maybe we'll do it. And the walk takes us by the line. And as a human with empathy, I'm like, do I say something to all of these people that like, hey, at the front of this line lies despair. And I couldn't bring myself to, because what if I was wrong? Right. What if I'm like, guys, this is all a sham, and then it wasn't, and everyone gets to park? I don't fucking know. So I just walked past them as they all stood hopeful that, like, the line's getting shorter, not knowing that, like, everything was getting shorter because people were turning around and leaving.
My only thought there is that there is no way that entire parking lot is going to clear out and then everyone in line is going to be able to park there. Unless there's an event or something going on. But there aren't events going on right now. So those are all independent cars who already took that up. There is nothing waiting for them at the end of this journey.
Yeah. It was 88 degrees.
Oh my God.
On a Sunday.
Oh.
The first warm day of the year. People are starting to get vaccinated. It was fucking bad down there, man. It was crazy. It was packed. A lot of people. Everyone trying to get out to the beach.
Makes sense.
So, yeah. Fuck is right.
Circling back a little bit, just want to mention TV news. Jessica Walter, perhaps best known for her performance as Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development and Mallory Archer in Archer, passes away at the age of 80.
Sad, man.
No?
Want to know what's even worse?
What?
I think I killed her.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I think I did it somehow.
How? What?
Andrew mentioned her. Was like, I hadn't thought of her in a long time, and then Googled her, and then a day later she died. I'm sure that's where this story is going.
It's close.
Yeah, not to take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely, it's close. Yeah, so Jade and I were watching the premiere of Final Space Season 3. Wasn't very good, but that's a story for another time. I mean, it's not a story, it's just, it wasn't very good. Anyway, there's a voice actress in that show who plays the AI of their ship. And early in the episode, she's talking, and I said, oh, I forgot Jessica Walter was in this show. And then later that night, like right before I was going to bed, I mean, like, it was like 11:30. I like couldn't sleep. And Jade's like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, something's not sitting right with me. So I went on my phone and I Googled it, and I'm like, I was wrong. That's not Jessica Walter, it's Jane Lynch. I don't know why I said Jessica Walter. And what probably ended up being like 30 minutes later, Jessica Walter died. I don't know her time of death. Big...
Time to do some digging.
Yeah, big rip. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was like literally that moment that I realized, oh, I somehow confused Jessica Walter with Jane Lynch.
And in classic Jessica Walter fashion, she was so abhorred by the idea.
Yeah. I think I will literally die. And then
stick it to this guy forever. Yeah. Brutal, man. No one like her.
No.
They say that a lot, but like...
She's pretty iconic.
You knew when it was Jessica Walter.
God, and what a fucking testament to just keep working. Your career, you're gonna get big eventually. Just hang in there. And she fucking did. God damn.
It's not really sound advice because no, you won't. Like almost certainly you won't. It's very rare, and that's why she's special, because this is not a common or simple thing to do what she did. No, if you probably won't make it. Sorry
You're
sorry
probably
to tell
not
it
as
to you.
talented as Jessica
Yeah.
Walter.
Yeah.
She was a fucking master.
Yeah.
She literally knew how to own every single scene that she was in ever.
The fact that she could do that on camera and also just in the voice acting booth, and I mean her roles in Arrested Development are more iconic, I would say, than her role in Archer. But Archer is made out of a couple of like really, really good voice actors, and she kind of takes the cake. In a show that features H. John Benjamin being the best that he can be, she definitely stole the scenes. Yeah, it's crazy.
Always did, always will.
Fuck. Anything else from news you guys want to touch on, or are we moving into the breakouts? Why did I say that? Why did I say that when I might not play the transition music depending on your answer? Fuck. I don't know. Good luck in post, writer. Piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Future writer.
All right. Bravely Default 2. I met the dragon that, the church doing the witch hunts worships. He agreed that what they're doing sucks, but also not really doing much about it. Just kind of like hanging out. Just like, doesn't care, maybe. Not a fan. Don't dig it. Beat up the Dragoon lady that protects the dragon because she asked me to.
Hold on. Is Dragoon not a typo there? What is the difference? What is a Dragoon? Am I missing something?
Final Fantasy.
It's a dragon that eats crab rangoon.
Fuck, no, I want a crab rangoon. God damn it. A Dragoon is the character class in Final Fantasy that, like, they kill dragons and can jump really high. That's their shtick. But it's fun.
This lady protects the dragon, though.
Right? What a twist.
Oh, it's a twist.
It's a twisty.
Oh, it's like a reverse blade.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
They jump really high. Like, because they're, like, not dragons, but, like, they've got the power of dragons.
Well, they're up there. We gotta figure out a way to hit them so we can kill them, because we'll just jump.
We've got hot breath. It's
not
fire, but it'll get you sweaty.
I got light bones. Once I jump up there, I can get some hang time. I mean, not like flying or even floating, but I don't come down like that fast.
I haven't trimmed my fingernails in like weeks. Like, I'll slice you, baby.
You could call these talons. I mean, that's just what I call them. It's not what they actually are. But
yes, I have a tattoo that says that's dragon scales across 90% of my body. It's basically scales, right?
I'm actually an otherkin. I identify as a dragon.
Oh no.
So the church just keeps killing people, so I had to beat up their Inquisitor and the muscle lady protecting him. I should point out, though, that I was walking around with the son of the dragon they worship, just in like a fucking backpack, and at no point did their Jesus just, like, feel the need to tell people to knock it off.
Yeah, wait, how old's the son? Is the son like a fully grown...
And more importantly, do the dragons like talk?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I've seen one picture of a dragon from this game, and they're like cute little adorable, like puppies. Mm-hmm. All of them, even the god one.
Just the baby. The god one is like, oh, you're the size of a bus. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the baby's a little baby.
Little baby.
Can it talk?
Full sentences.
Really?
Does it understand morality?
Does it know what it is? Does it even have object permanence?
Yeah, I talked in full sentences, I'm sure, long before I understood the complex reality of human sacrifice.
So, they did give themselves an out in the narrative where, yes, the baby dragon is fully sentient and can talk, but dragons in this universe, when their parent dies, the children inherit their memories and, I guess, perspectives. So he might just not be, like, fully aware of how bad all this shit is yet.
But he was there in your backpack.
Yep. Watching,
while they, like, slaughtered innocent people.
Pushed off a giant cliff. Yeah.
Father.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not on this dragon side. I think Baby Dragon is over party needs to start.
Yeah.
Start trending.
Could have done more. Could have done anything, really.
Baby Dragon. Why, Baby Dragon? You could have stopped this.
Turns out
would they have killed it?
The dragon?
If it said, "Hey guys, I'm the son of your god. Stop this." Would they have
Heretic.
been like, kill it.
Based on real life examples, yeah, they probably would have killed it. Yeah. I say real life as though Jesus.
Yeah, there's so many Jesus Christ figures that are confronting members of their own religion, saying
and also,
that what you're doing is wrong.
Also, like, the Romans weren't, like, Jewish.
Yeah, the Romans didn't like Jesus.
Yeah, like, the Romans didn't say, "I'm the son of your God."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm the son of our God."
Yeah,
and the Romans were like, we don't get down with any of that.
Like, this is not a religious thing. Like, we're not persecuting you because you're, no, like, I'm chill. I'm woke. Like, I get it. Like,
yeah.
We just think you're not, like, paying taxes. Stab, stab, stab. Crucify, crucify, crucify.
Turns out one of my party members, Adele, is a fairy.
Adele exists. You can't name something Adele anymore and not draw a direct comparison to the world famous human being named Adele.
Fair.
Does it sing?
She has not sung so far. No.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
That's kind of a thing though in Bravely Default lore that good stuff. Probably not in store. These games have a history of, this is the good fairy, and then this is the really fucked up evil fairy. Beat up the evil Pope. I mentioned how I soft-locked my game, doing that in the previous quarantine cast. Moving on. All of this plot, evil empire, Holograd, they invaded, killed the dragon, invading other nations. I killed a necromancer with a speech impediment, or, whatever you do to a thing that's already dead to make them stop moving.
Necromancers aren't usually dead, as I thought.
Necromancers are not dead. They bring things back from the dead.
I'm assuming they can be, I suppose. I guess
you can create a chain. You just it's like an MLM of necromancy.
Yeah, I guess I never considered, but necromancy
you can like raise people from the dead, but what you really want to do is get other people to raise people from the dead. So raise some people from the dead and then have them go raise other people from the dead.
All you need to do is raise 3 people from the dead and then have those 3 people raise 3 other people from the dead. They're in your down line. They're in your down chain. Next thing you know, you're making $150K a year, driving around in Escalade, living in suburbia in a McMansion. And all your friends and family hate you. It's great. Necromancing's great.
Okay, that is now my headcanon. That is now my headcanon that he brought himself back just by making...
No, he didn't.
Someone else brought him back.
Yes.
This necromancer is paying dues to the person that brought him back from the dead, and that person has also brought a couple other people back from the dead. They're doing the same things. And this necromancer is getting dues from a bunch of people that he's rezzed. And the people that they've rezzed.
Yeah. Also, it was dumb of me to... If necromancy exists in this world,
right,
anything can be dead.
Right.
I was like, necromancers aren't dead. And I was like, I mean, like, pilots aren't dead. But, like, if necromancy exists, anything could be... Painters can be dead.
I turned the oil in your gas tank into a forest, an ancient forest.
I was legitimately disappointed in the lead up to that fight that apparently he just never thought to reanimate the dragon corpse that is just lying around. That would have been cool shit. I would have liked that fight. Didn't do it.
In this world where when necromancy happens, are they like chill? Because there's different vibes. Sometimes when you necromance someone, they're pretty unchill. They're pretty fucked up. They don't enjoy it very much.
So what kind of necromancy do we got going on here? Do we have like Trump NASCAR necromancy, or do we have like me, John B. kind of necromancy?
I'm gonna go with big NASCAR necromancy. Anything that is undead is either like a skeleton person, a skeleton horse, or just a giant blob of decomposing flesh. No in between.
What about the necromancer?
Okay, he was the one in between.
Wow, this really is a scam. The one person that is undead and is just kind of a human still is the necromancer himself. That seems pretty fucked up. I don't like this MLM anymore.
No. Guys, this sounds a little problematic.
Yeah. Guys, I think we need to... Undead Necromancer is over party.
So is the ninja lady who I just beat 10 minutes before joining this podcast, who, plot, subterfuge, killing the leaders in that desert civilization so that, they would end up surrendering to the evil empire. But then we figured out what she was doing, beat her up, and then she just killed herself.
I feel like this game has done it a few too many times where I'm imagining the impact is a little bit worn on you, where it's like, you beat up all the bosses.
Yep.
I think it would be shocking if one of them then died, but it feels like this is becoming a common theme, that a lot of them end up dying, not by you, so you're morally absolved, but like, you did kind of cause their death.
I mean...
starting to feel like...
It's just like, you beat the people up. At a certain point, at the end of it, everyone's going to be standing around just kind of like on their phones. And then they're going to look over and see that the person they just beat up is like kind of waking up and like, fuck, I thought, well, you already told people you were dead. Why would you tell people I was dead? Wait, I could have sworn you were just going to kill yourself. Why would I do that? Everyone else does it.
Yeah. The guy ran off a cliff. Ninja lady killed herself. I don't know. We just assume this is the norm.
It is about 1 in 5, I think. 1 in 5 of the
a little too much.
Well, nah.
It's just you're rolling a dice.
Yeah. All right.
Just rolling the dice on animations at this point. The game hasn't even decided which bosses then kill themselves.
This game is no better than Madden.
Yeah, exactly.
It has no idea what it's doing.
Every time you hit the B button, it's just kind of calculating the odds that one thing happens versus another thing happens. Which then leads to some weird, fucked up animations.
We will get there, but before that, what are you guys checking out?
I started Ted Lasso.
Ooh.
Apple TV, because I'm a filthy, filthy sheep, and it's getting award buzz, and Ian said he liked it, and that's all I usually need. Just an awards campaign and one person I know liking it, and I'll probably watch it, especially if it's a comedy and it's only a half hour per episode commitment. So
what is the setup there? Because I've heard nothing but good things, but also not very much.
It was an old NBC Sports promo when they first acquired the rights to the Premier League. Is they cast Jason Sudeikis as this American football coach who then is hired to coach the Tottenham Hotspurs of the Premier League, and he's completely clueless.
That.
Oh
my God! I kept trying to figure out why I thought this was so familiar.
Yeah,
this is that thing back when we were in like high school. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that weird random like long promo thing.
Yeah, in the vein of like Uncle Drew, where Kyrie Irving dressed up as an old man for Pepsi as like to create a character that then gained acclaim. It was kind of like that type of stunt marketing, and then he was like a total idiot, stuff like that, and now they made a show about it. Like Ted Lasso comes to the UK to try to revive a struggling football club. And yeah.
And his whole thing is that like he's a good coach, but he doesn't know anything about soccer, like that type of thing, right?
I think that's where they're heading. Is that like
that's the big gag, like that's the premise of the show basically.
I think the premise of the show is definitely like based in the characters. It's not super centered on Ted Lasso because I think once again this character was created as a one-dimensional marketing stunt by a sports division's marketing team. It's probably not the most like deep character that you can possibly mine for stories and stuff. So you have to have other characters that are interesting and you want to follow. I don't think it's that funny, but I am enjoying it.
Okay.
So, and with comedies, sometimes that's enough for me. Like I don't need it to be ridiculously unbelievable. I think what was it? Homecoming was also one like that, where it wasn't a comedy at all, but it was only a half-hour runtime. So it was like, I guess I'll just keep watching. Fuck it. It literally this whole season is 5 hours of my time. Like I'll just do it.
I sometimes need that BTV. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. It's enjoyable, and I'm only 3 episodes in, and I watched all 3 episodes like 2 hours ago. So I mean,
yeah.
You know, I gotta. It's still gotta process, but yeah, pretty good.
Andrew, what do you got? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
also
go
watched
for
The Truman Show for the first time in a while. Fucking really good movie.
Holds up?
Yeah. It's on Hulu and Amazon. So
damn.
Widely available. Fucking really good movie.
Yeah. Andrew, what are you checking out?
Not checking out anything new really now. Playing through the DLC of Control.
Ooh.
That's fun. I don't know if I'm going to do the Alan Wake expansion stuff because I never played Alan Wake. Alan Wake is a Microsoft exclusive. And then Remedy Entertainment like stopped making Xbox exclusives, and so Control came out on PlayStation as well as Xbox. And so like the connection of Alan Wake being in this universe, which I'm guessing it has something to do with like, yeah, Control involves multiple universes and shit. It doesn't mean anything to me. Like I don't know anything about Alan Wake. I don't.
Have you?
I know that there are some like in-game like article things that I found, you know, like the just world building that they scatter throughout every game. I really enjoy that kind of shit. But anyway, like they bring up this event at something lake, I think Mirror Lake, some random shit like that. And it meant nothing to me until like I figured out like, oh, this is that Alan Wake thing.
Oh, this sounds like big. All right, I got the game going on one monitor and the wiki up on another monitor. Let's fucking go.
I mean, it was just that one instance because
okay.
It was basically a series of Easter eggs. And then, yeah, the expansion that they had of the game was just like, whoa, it's Alan Wake and shit. Whoa. But, like, I don't get it.
Have you gotten to the Ashtray Maze yet? Because
yes.
I've heard that's really cool, and also that is a fantastic fucking name.
Yeah, no, the Ashtray Maze is my favorite part of the game. Remember when I told you about, like, I find the Swedish janitor who also knows that I'm talking to myself in my head, and he gives me his Walkman, and then I listen to, like, Swedish metal in order to get through a maze. Like, that was that.
Oh.
Like, the walls are changing. You have to, like, listen to the music in order to, like, allow the room to progress if you take the headphones off. I mean, like, it's just like a mission thing that's going on in the background. It's not like an actual mechanic.
Okay.
But it's like once you beat that side mission, then you can get through the maze. And so you're going through the maze and fighting enemies and flying around and shit while this really awesome heavy metal music is playing. And then at the end of it, you take the headphones off and your character goes, "That was fucking awesome." That was fun. And it was a lot of fun.
And then lastly, Andrew, I recall that you finished The Big Sleep.
Yeah. It's a solid detective book. I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
So ignoring the blatant homophobia, how many stars out of 5?
I'm going to go ahead and guess that the ending of that book has something rough.
No, not really. So the stretch of like really bad blatant homophobia was it doesn't carry over to the rest of the story. It's not like a running theme throughout the rest of the book. So like it was just like oh my god, there's like a string of like 5 pages in here that are just filled with disgusting, hateful shit. And then they never bring it back up. And then because what I stole it from a library. Lucas told me that's what makes it ethical because I didn't pay for this. I stole it from a library. It's a collection of 4 Raymond Chandler books. I moved on to the next one. Farewell, My Lovely. Lot of N-words.
Oh.
Just
oh, buddy.
God damn. It's bad. It's it starts out with like a chance encounter of Philip Marlowe's is on the case. He's looking for a missing person, and then sees this weird-looking giant white guy standing in front of a black bar, and some colorful language is exchanged between the two of them because the big white guy wants to get into the black bar and he's not allowed or whatever, and then he ends up beating up Philip Marlowe. Philip Marlowe follows him in. He beats, like, the big dude beats up the bouncer because he says white people aren't allowed to be there. He's trying to find someone that used to work at the bar a long time ago. And the entire time just referring to just the people that work there as the N-word. And it's just, like, both people are doing it. The bad guy and the good guy. The good guy is just like, yeah, just words that I didn't know existed as slurs for black people back in the day.
Oh.
It's like, my God. It's bad.
Fuck. Okay.
And then like a couple pages of that and then never brought up again. Like that it's like each story has to have like a weird little pocket of like, I want you to know I hate you. I hate you. I hate you, and especially you.
There's a quota, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. I believe that will send us into...
Well, hold on.
Oh.
I missed one thing from the meme corner. That Lil Nas X is now Satan.
Yes!
Yeah!
Oh my God, how we forget about this.
Yeah, I feel like that got a lot of press, which was fucking great. But
yeah, Lil Nas X gave the devil a lap dance, and then everyone's forgetting that he killed the devil.
Huh?
Honestly, they should be like...
He killed the devil, though, to take up his mantle, so...
I mean...
I, for one, am in support of our new Satan.
But yeah, so he released the music video to his new song, which kind of a banger.
Yeah. Good music video.
Yeah, like kind of just a very expensive looking music video, just entirely CGI. Also a callback to a SpongeBob scene.
Yeah.
So good shit. But anyway, yeah, gives the devil a lap dance, kills the devil, becomes the devil, releases a limited edition Nike Satan shoe.
It's not Nike. It's
unofficial.
Nike has been like, this ain't us, fam.
Yeah, it's
Which
unofficial.
It's interesting to me that I wasn't aware that you could take a company's like clothes and shoes and stuff and like modify them heavily and keep the logo.
Oh.
And,
Yeah.
Apparently there's nothing the company can do to stop that. I always assume that if you include that logo, the company can still sue you. But
I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like they still can, but don't because it still gives them... I mean, like, maybe in this case, they wouldn't want it, but, like, if people are buying your shoes and giving it the notoriety, maybe they like that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so everyone from Caitlyn Bennett to, like, governors, just a whole-ass governor coming after Lil Nas X on Twitter, and he's just kind of sitting around eviscerating them on Twitter. That's like his new job. Yeah, it's good shit. They're like, this is literally the devil. Lil Nas X is literally trying to steal the souls of your children. Not like we don't like this image or it doesn't promote the Christianity we like. Like, no, like, Lil Nas X is going to steal your child, rip the soul from their body, sell it to the devil, and then have sex with it. Like, that is what they think is about to happen.
How dare this gay man have a good time?
I don't know like anything about Joyner Lucas, but he got caught up in it too, and I only knew him from the I'm Not Racist music video that like went super viral. That was like, a really poignant kind of explanation of like race relations in the U.S. I thought, and yeah, he was super like came down pretty hard and was like, "Oh, our kids listen to you because of Old Town Road," and like, think of all the kids. And he's like, "What? My Old Town Road has some fucked up shit in it," and you realize that you're just fine with it then. Like, but yeah, I didn't know that Joyner Lucas was apparently a fucking square, but
yeah, apparently.
I don't know. Shoes cannot be possessed by the devil. But if there were shoes that were going to be possessed by the devil, these are those shoes, right? Like,
yeah. I saw he marketed them as containing human blood.
They do.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean,
they have a pump that he said, what was the quote? It was like 2 ounces of red ink and a single drop of human blood. And they were like, "Where'd the blood come from?" And they were like, "Volunteers from employees of the art house that collaborated with him."
I mean,
That's
look, I
don't
want to bring
metal.
down the mood with sweatshop manufacturing and those logistics, but that might be more shoes than. No, these are fire.
I don't think that there were many shoes.
Yeah, no, these aren't mass produced.
Yeah, this was an art project.
Oh,
I'm assuming this was 100 shoes or something.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they're about like $1,000 a piece and they sell out in 15 seconds.
Yeah. There's no sweatshop labor in making these shoes, Satan shoes. There was almost certainly sweatshop labor from Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I guarantee that, the Art House and Lil Nas X is going to get more outcry than Nike did for all that. So that's fun.
Here's what I gotta say. I can't condone the witchcraft or the Satanism involved in these shoes, and I will have to fight them with my Catholic God powers. However, I do respect the shit out of what he's doing.
I'd wear these.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. This is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and it's so delightfully like edgy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Without like taking itself seriously.
Yeah. It's like, so there's a difference between, so like the Satanic Temple, they're not devil worshippers. They're people that made the Satanic Temple almost like a flying spaghetti monster type thing. It's to like point out flaws in, the lack of separation from church and state and the controlling power of the Christian church and all that kind of stuff. And then there are white women who think they're witches because they have candles and tarot cards and sage.
I didn't know we were going to go here today. Oh,
and so
right.
I think there's 2 kinds of people that are going to buy this shoe. Most of them will be just like, "Oh my god, this is cool, this is artsy," sticking it to the man. There's a couple people that are going to buy this shoe because they think it's going to give them devil powers.
I don't think we can have a conversation about Wiccans without Jade. Is Jade available? Can she?
No, because I know where she stands on this.
I know where she stands too, and I want this. This is a thing I want to happen. Oh no! All right, next time. I'm gonna file this one away. Next time Jade's guesting on the podcast. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's pretty fucking lit.
Yeah.
It's lit. And he's got snake eyes in the promo. Because he's Satan.
Is that Michael Jackson Thriller reference? Probably.
It's a devil.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the snake in the Garden of Eden type shit.
Yeah. I think he wants to be the devil. And I mean, don't we all?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, and he is now. I mean, we saw it. He killed the devil and took his place. It's like the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Deconsume any part of the devil. I think that might be a part of it.
I don't think so in the music video.
Fair.
Unless the action got a little bit more heated than what we saw on camera.
Ooh.
I mean, Prince of Sin and Darkness. Sin and Darkness are kind of like all the cool shit.
Right?
If you could choose to be the Prince of Sin and Darkness or the Prince of Light, I feel like you're taking the Sin and Darkness every time.
I mean, like...
It depends on what level of gray area we're talking about. Like, is drinking... Like, are we going, like, literal translation? Is, like, drinking alcohol and having sex, like, part of the darkness and sin? Well, some people put that maybe in between. You know, like, maybe...
Yeah, man.
Yeah, people who are, like, complete fucking hypocrites put that somewhere in between. But it's absolutely a part of Sin and Darkness.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
It's totally fine. Poop hole loophole, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck me in the ass, because I love Jesus. No, I don't know, man. Sin and Darkness is the good shit. And if you're a moral person, all you get is the cool stuff.
Yeah.
And you abolish murder and rape and the bad stuff, and you keep all the cool shit.
Yeah,
and
but
now
exactly,
you're
like
the king of the cool shit.
The murder and the stealing and the rape, like that's all grouped in there with the Sin and Darkness. Maybe there needs to be a different category.
You're the new boss of Sin and Darkness.
Can't you just be the new boss of partying and leave the devil with his murder and rape and shit? And you just say, I'm gonna hostile take over the...
Hey, guys.
Well, no, you can't get rid of it. You have to pass it on to some other king or whatever.
Why can't you get rid of it? I think you can get rid of it.
I mean, if it's a thing that exists, doesn't there have to be like a king of it in this universe that we've made up?
Doesn't it? The Christian universe.
No, I think you can just...
the one we just made up.
Satan. Oh, God damn it. People sin because of Satan. Satan makes people do that shit. If you are Satan, you can stop making people do that shit. And now you're just the god of cool shit.
Yeah.
And God is the god of shitty stuff that no one cares about, like praying. And now
you just rebrand hell and the devil.
Yeah!
Hey, guys, it's
hell
me.
Hell just becomes a kick-ass nightclub.
Hey, guys, it's me, the new Satan. I know it's weird. New boss coming in from outside of the company. It's cool, though. I want to be a cool boss.
Condoms,
but we got it.
Everyone using condoms, just making sure everyone's being safe.
No, like, if you follow some Christian teachings, STDs and unwanted pregnancies are as a result of immoral behavior. So that's Satan doing STDs. No more condoms. You don't gotta wear them anymore, baby. This is all good. There ain't no problems. I'm Satan now, and I'm the best god of all time. Sin and Darkness is the new cool shit, I'm telling you.
No, just Satan, Christians, not using condoms.
Yeah. Nah.
Lil Nas X would make all of us bisexual, and we'd all be better for it. If Lil Nas X was Satan, he would turn all of us bisexual, and we'd all have a much better life.
I mean, isn't he kind of doing that already?
Yeah, I guess we're all...
Yeah.
We've all had some questions that we've had to answer in our heads because of Lil Nas X.
That man. Group chat. How the... We're already in that kind
That was the group chat.
How'd the latest Madden match go?
Not well.
Oh,
Andrew.
No.
It didn't go poorly. Andrew stopped caring.
No.
Well, yeah, it got to the point where, like, time's running out. I'm down by a decent amount. Time to just lob it downfield, do some crazy shit, see what happens. Probably going to result in interceptions that won't change the result of the game.
Just fuck your quarterback stats. Thrown 24 interceptions on the year, 12 of which were against me. Only halfway through. Yeah. But that did drop you to 1-6, which was a low. Mm-hmm. You then won a game. You're now 2-6.
Wow.
I'm thinking you're gonna run the table 10-6, sneak in those playoffs,
losing the wild card round, if I even make it in. So, one win does not a successful season make. I'm probably not going to be able to run the table. Not with the difficulty where it's at right now.
You never know.
I played fairly well against the Browns, but the Browns were also bad. The Browns were like 2-5. I think the Browns and I have the same record now.
Did you watch my clip with Willa Blanc breaking off the game?
I did. That's ridiculous. What?
So I did. Like, I mean, I didn't. I think I had that game in hand because I was down by 1 point with a minute 40 and like 3 timeouts. So like, but one pick or like one inopportune fumble or something, and I do lose that game. But like, I wasn't super worried. Like, I was feeling confident, and then Will LeBlanc just fucking housed it. Like, dragged 5 guys into the end zone with him. But yeah, like I'm not saying that I'm struggling, but I am now having more fun against the CPU, for me personally, and I know that you're gonna get there, man.
Ryan, Andrew, and I have actually been having a conversation off mic that your expertise would be much appreciated in. When a network decides to air a show at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on a Saturday, they're like, yeah, this is the power time slot. We're going to put a show here because we know it will do well and want it to be successful, right?
What network? What show? Did they premiere it there?
First off, I want to preface, this is not an argument. This is literally a conversation that we're having.
This is Adult Swim?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know Adult Swim because they're basically late night. Like, they don't even have like prime time in the way that all other cable nets, 8 to 11 is prime time. Adult Swim, they're doing their own shit.
Okay.
I honestly have no idea.
Okay.
For all I know, that's stoner o'clock, and that's our peak time.
Fair.
The minute you said 10:30 on a Saturday, I was like, I don't know a single TV network in their right fucking mind that would premiere a show Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Like, they might move it there after it does shittily.
Oh, God.
But once again, it's fucking Adult Swim, and it's just all bets are off. They're not like any other network. They premiered a season of Rick and Morty as an April Fool's Day prank. Like, they don't follow conventional scheduling wisdom at all.
Yes, this is the 3rd season of Final Space, which they put no money into advertising because Andrew and
neither of us had any idea that it had come out.
None.
Damn.
It was Jade and I were like kind of sitting around. We're like, remember Final Space? And yeah, like, I wonder when the new season's coming out. It's been a while. We knew that there were some production delays, whatever. I like looked on my phone, premiere date, Final Space season 3, and it was like 3 days before that. Like, it had been out for just a couple of days. I had no idea that it was out. And so we watched it, and like I said earlier, it just wasn't good. It didn't make a lot of sense. There was a bunch of stuff happening, but like nothing happened. And it was just like, this is weird. And then, like, I told Lucas about it, and Lucas works in the industry. He's like, I had no fucking idea that this was coming out. No one on his team did.
No.
And we found out that it premiered on Saturday at like 10 o'clock.
10:30.
10:30.
The half-hour mark seems worse from
what
my perspective. Probably a rerun of Rick and Morty.
For all I know, that's their...
Yeah.
That's their breadwinner. That's a rockin' lead-in, you know?
Fair.
Like, I think I might have known. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I dropped the ball.
You're fine.
I knew.
Don't worry about it.
I had seen it on the websites and my trackers. I was assuming you were aware.
Hey, if the people making it can't be bothered to tell us that it's coming out, we can't expect that from you. But... yeah, 2 episodes in. Not great.
Oh, you watched it?
You're in agreement. You both don't like it, huh?
Yeah, I
haven't seen the 2nd episode yet. I assume it's not great.
Just so many incremental changes over the entire 1st, 2nd, and now 3rd season from what it was originally, which pretty good, to what it is now, and...
yeah, it really had something going, and it just didn't stick with it. You know,
No.
There's something to be said about shows that stick with something too long and it gets stale because they found something that worked and they ran it into the ground. They found their stride and then immediately dropped it and switched over to a completely different tone and kind of story, and then did it again. Like that, Season 2 wasn't as good as Season 1, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think a big part of the problem is that the people writing the show maybe don't have as great of writing chops as what we want them to, because it seems like they don't know how to write some of these relationships anymore or how to make them progress. So they keep just separating these characters when that dynamic is what made the show work. And yeah,
they do the old Walking Dead thing. You split all the characters up so that development can happen.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It is a bummer that this episode of Voluntary Viewing is coming to an end. We're going to do a collapse sync and then move on to the Wine Town. Time that is. Showing 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Let's do it at 30. I froze. Oh my god, my thing froze.
Yeah, you gotta turn off your video.
Okay.
I know it. Your audio is starting to go in and out.
Oh god, now I can't even move the browser.
I did a speed test. This is what you're walking into, Lucas. I did a speed test 2 days ago because I was like, our internet's a little slower. It was only 170 megabits down versus the usual 250.
I'm going to vomit.
I'm sorry. So
okay.
When you get out here, you might not have to deal with the same issues.
I'm getting like 25. Make sure that you sync up the second one.
I didn't clap the first time. My thing never got to the... Yeah.
I just mean make sure you don't sync up your clap sync with one of our first clap syncs.
I understand.
Make sure you don't fuck up, Luke.
Yeah. You fucking moron.
God!
I was something
planning,
you would do, you big idiot.
I was planning on doing it, but now that you said that, I won't.
Yeah. Oh, you want the podcast to be in sync? Brand new concept for me. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, no problem, man.
I should have been doing this the whole time.
Yeah.
It's only episode...
Just for you, Andrew.
It's only episode 137 with like 251 episodes of a spin-off podcast. Like, new to me.
Spin-off
podcast. Thank you all so much for listening.
Invisible Garbage Truck Podcast. It's a new franchise.
Our fucking spin-off podcast is just a less prepared version of the main podcast with the same host. It's not a spin-off podcast would be like Andrew goes into a hobby of his as a podcast with a different host, and it's like tangentially related, and like his character carries over from the main one. Our spin-off podcast is the same hosts doing the same old bullshit, just zero preparation. That's the difference.
Same bullshit, different time. Thank you all so much for listening to this bullshit on the Voluntary Viewing Podcast. If you like what you heard, if you liked what you heard, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check out our Patreon. Join the likes of the terrific Tiffany Cole, Sucky Badger, and sensual Richard Nixon. Got a lot of great tiers on there, and your support goes directly to making this a better podcast. Email us your questions and business opportunities at voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube, where we upload full episodes of the podcast, as well as highlights of some of the best bits, like Spider-Man Man. Thank you again, Andrew. Of course, follow us on Twitter at V2_podcast. Follow me on Twitter at LucasTheWriter to keep up with all of my writing. And check out the ActBlue link in the description if you would like to help a collection of great progressive causes. How we ending this one, boys? Good luck out there.